Today's task. Look what I found. My mum always says I was a womble. Come on with all sorts. Oh, engines. Gonna be knacker deep in oil tonight. Yes. But look at this little gem we found. Needed one for garden, a little ryobi or cultivator, whatever they're called. And there's that. We don't know if that's a proper engine off it or not, but even if it is, it's been took apart for a reason. So it looks like today's task. Oh no, it can't, no. Just look at that. There's an on and off switch. And there's an on and off switch on there, so no, it's not the right engine. So even if it's off a strimmer or something, I looked, and it's got the same, the male bit there, to the female bit here, is the same. So, hopefully we can make it fit, and we'll have a little cultivator for the garden. Come on! Right, this is the engine. We hope that's going to go on that cultivator thing. So, first things first, let's have a look, see if it sparks. All we've done is loosen them, we haven't had a look yet. Ooh. If it doesn't spark, we'd have to dig a bit deeper. Where do we have it on here? Stick it on something metal. How are we going to do this? Without me getting electrocuted. Oh, look at that! Watch this. You see that? It's got a beauty of a spark. The best sparks yet. So what we're going to have to do now, petrol tank's in a bit of a bad way. Primer's, oh, it's a bit harsh. Tell you what we'll do, we'll put a bit of petrol down head, see if it fires. And if it fires, we're in business. What we've done is got one of these little pipette things, put some petrol in it. It's already mixed with 2-stroke. Put it straight down napper. Fingers crossed it goes. What's chances of it though, when someone's already had the fingers in? Is it turned on? Turned on yet? Hey! She's a runner! She's a runner! Right, we know that works. So we shall leave that for now. So, why have they took it apart then? Well, what's wrong with these? Aha!
It's seized.
The tines are seized. So, what I'm thinking, if they have had this on here, if the tines aren't moving, it won't turn the shaft. So then they'll have thought it was seized. That's why they've had the thing off. So they've took that out thinking engine seized, when really
it's just a tines.
It's a tines, but I hope it's easy fix. If not, there's loads of cogs in here and gears. If one of them's shattered, and yeah, job's fucked.
It's going to be an hard job to do.
Right, we'll be back in a minute. We shall strip it. To get the tines off, there's these little clips here, look. All I do is pull off like that, and to get the tines off, there's a little pin in there. Pull her out, and it should, voila, come off. Right, we've had a bit of trouble getting the second tine off, because it's been on there for that long. It's sort of seized on, but all we've done, give it a knock with hammer, after taking the pins out, around, and we put loads of grease on the bottom of this, so when it does come around, it can, well, it should loosen up a little bit. There we go. Just like that. Put a bit of man fat on it. Done. We've got the tines off. We've got all the bolts out. Before we split this, want to give it a good rub. We don't want any crap getting in there, like bits of stones or mud or dirt and crap. So I want to give this a good clean down. I'm going to get wire brush on it in a minute before we split it, because we don't. If there's nothing wrong in there, one of the gears might have just jumped and got stuck. So that's what I'm hoping for, because if one's snapped, we're fucked. Right, we've got it all nuts out and loose. To break the seal, there is a gasket in there. You don't really want to break it if you don't have to, but this one's knackered by the looks of it. All you do is tap, well, all I did was get a hammer, tap it all the way around to break the seal, and then it should come loose. So we're just breaking into it now. Right, she's off. And look at that. Yak. Water's made all oil and stuff coagulate. So we're gonna... Oh, and the problem was it jumped out. So it weren't sitting flush. It has to sit perfectly in the middle of there for it to turn. So it jumped out and it got jammed up. So we're gonna give this a good clean. Take all that muck out, put fresh stuff in, get it back together and see if she works. So we'll give it a good clean up. All I'm going to say now, when you put this back in here, look, when the gears, there's two little flat bits there on these two washers that go in, and they have to be pointing up to make it sit flush with the cog. So we'll get back together and see if she runs. Right, we've got all the bolts in, but they're all loose. What I will say, when you tighten them up, tighten them from the opposite ends. So obviously tighten this one, then you'll tighten this one, then you'll tighten this one, then you'll go to this one. And it makes it sit in place nice, and it distributes the tension on all the bolts to make it sit in nice and flush. Tip of the day. Well, that's tines on, all back together. So this is part one. Part two will be us trying to fit this little 33cc engine on it. Obviously it's not off it, but I'm sure we'll be able to make it fit somehow. Where there's a will, there's a way. So, thank you for watching. Keep an eye out for part two of the cultivator.